Alright, so before I get into this video, sorry, I gotta wake up my dog so I can ask the question. Come on. Okay, so Vegas and I are going to ask you a question before we start this video, okay? Okay? Have you ever had a frenemy? And if you did, what did they do? Okay, what did they do that let you know that they were a frenemy? That's all we want to know. That's all me and Vegas want to know, okay? Just let us know in the comment section down below. And then after that, we're going to talk about these other type of frenemies you can spot in your friendships. Period, right? Period. Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Lexsa with another video. Today, I know, all right, first before I even say anything, I know I have not made a video like this in a minute. Okay, in a long minute. But you know what? We out of school, we passed. Our grades are looking very lovely. And yeah, now that I have all the time in the world to do my research and make some real quality videos for you guys, like I'm just like, it's about to be really lit. So today we are going to be talking about frenemies and how to spot these frenemies that you may already have or you don't know you have, or they may be trying to enter your circle. Yeah, we're gonna be getting into what this is, what a frenemy is, and how you can spot them and what they look like. So before I get into this video, make sure that you like this video and you subscribe to my channel. If you do want to see more content like this, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to know where I got this hair from, I will have it linked as well down below. And also, this is completely like off topic. I just want to show you guys my dog. Vegas, come on. Come on, boy. If you guys are new to my channel, my dog is always in my room, okay? I just thought I should introduce you to my baby. Say hi, Vegas. But yeah, you'll probably see him just walking around doing his thing. So, you know, hopefully you guys don't get distracted, but he'll be in here. But yeah, that's my baby. So let's hop straight into this video on frenemies. All right, so I am using the Oxford Dictionary. I don't know how it got into the dictionary, but the definition of a frenemy, it's informal, right? Informal language. It is a person with whom one is friendly despite a fundamental dislike or rivalry. So, you know, and to simplify that, it's basically a person that is friends with you but does not like you at the same time and doesn't want to see you do great. All right, and I know that sounds bananas, but I'm telling you right now, it exists. All right, let me see, should I change my background? Ooh, I'm gonna change my background, y'all. Okay, I like that better. Ooh. All right, sorry, I just thought I want to change the background a bit, but okay, basically a person that is a frenemy is someone that is going to be friends with you, going to be nice to you or whatever at first, but they have some underlying motives that you may not see in the beginning, but later down in that friendship you will start to notice with their actions and what they say that they low-key do not want to see you win. So we're gonna get into all of the ways you can spot these people easy and figure out whether you want to keep them in your life, remove them from your life, or treat them accordingly. So for number one, this is a girlfriend you need to watch out for, a girlfriend that is probably your frenemy. It is a person that doesn't like it when you get attention, all right? They don't like it when you get any attention at all, whether it is non-sexual or sexual attention. And I would just use like a life experience. For the most part, in my older years, it hasn't come up as much to my attention that I've had some frenemies, but of course they still were prevalent. There was one instance where a girl almost got upset because every time we'd be out, people would compliment me and not her, right? And you know, I thought that she was, you know, a beautiful soul, beautiful person, but because of, I guess, how I dress or how I was looking when we went out versus her, I saw that she started to get frustrated at people that were complimenting me rather than complimenting the both of us. And it started to be, it started to become an issue because when I would be like, oh, thank you, oh, blah, 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 thank you so much. And in reaction to that, she would try to leave wherever we're at, or switch the thing on her phone, or get off live, get off this, get off that. And I was like, damn, like, you can't handle other people complimenting me, you can't handle other people like congratulating me or whatever. Like, it started to get really weird. So if you notice that a person around you literally cringes when other people give you compliments or give you praise, whether it's just for how you look or something that you said or just anything you did in your life, make sure that you keep an eye on that person, because a friend, regardless of how they look, regardless of how their current state is, or whatever's going on with them, they're going to be happy for you. Like, I have friends that like, I've been out where they've been complimented, they've got their numbers asked for, and I literally, like, I was like, girl, you better get his number, or like, ooh, like maybe get his friend or something like that. Like, I don't really see their success or their wins in life as a loss for me. Like, if anything, like, it could be a win for me too. I personally am not like that. I don't feel, I'm kind of indifferent to whether my friends get attention or not, but I know some people, because something's going on within them, they might internalize that or see that as a threat to them. So just be mindful of people in your life that really give you side eye when you're getting praised and they're not. That's weird, okay? That's weird.
That's weird.
I don't care what anyone else says, that's weird. The second thing to watch out for with your girlfriends, okay, those frenemies, is if they're not supportive of positive changes in your life. Again, this is very similar to the attention, but I'm going in depth, all right? If you are getting forward in your life, and instead of saying congratulations, it's crickets. Instead of saying good job, you know, they're scrolling on their phone saying, yeah, okay. If they are showing with their body language, with their responses, with their actions, that they really don't care that you're winning, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. And I'm telling you, I know some people really don't know what true friends look like. A true friend, me, to you, if you were, hey sis, if we're friends and you know, you said your goal was, oh, let me get 100 followers by next week, and you get it by next week, girl, we gonna have a party. Regardless if it's like a lot or a little to me, it was big to you, so I'm gonna support it regardless. But not everyone is like that, which is why I'm saying this is a frenemy. I am very similar with the standards that I hold for my girlfriends with like relationship stuff. So I have girlfriends that literally will praise me for my small accomplishments, like to the point where I'm like, wow, I've never got this treatment before. And I'm like, wow, like this sets the standard of like how my friends should be. Like, I've had friends like send me gifts and just like my success with my social media, and they know who they are, but just things like that makes me feel like I can keep going. It makes me feel like I can do better. So that, compared to just crickets, makes a huge difference. I also have friends that, you know, it's chirp, 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 and I don't really say anything. I really don't. Instead, you have to focus on the people that are showing you love, are showing you praise, are showing you admiration, and are there in your corner. But a frenemy is not going to be supportive whatsoever of any positive things in your life. Now, if you are doing something, okay, let's take accountability here. If you are doing something that's trifling, if you're doing something that is wrong, a frenemy is going to say, keep doing it, okay? So let's not get that confused. If your friend is egging you on to, oh, go fight her, oh, go do this, oh, go ruin your reputation, like, they're not gonna say that directly, but essentially what they're doing is trying to ruin your reputation, ruin whatever you have going on by egging you on to do negative things. So again, you have to use, you know, that spirit of discernment, you know, figure out what people's true intentions are, because yes, they will support you to do negative things, and they'll be quiet when you do positive things. So you have to really figure out whether or not they're doing it to be good or doing it to be bad. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I've had frenemies literally try to get me in trouble by, you know, pushing that negative mindset, or pushing me to do negative things rather than checking me like what a good friend does, putting me back in my place and correcting my behavior, so I can be a better person. And it's all out of love. So definitely number 2, Number 2, make sure that the person around you is supporting you when you are doing something positive. If they're not, then I'm sorry. It's giving frenemy. All right, so number 3, the third person to watch out for that may be a frenemy is someone that hits below the belt when y'all argue, okay? They bring up things that they said to you or you said in confidence, and they bring it up in an argument. All right, this is a problem regardless. I know people do this in relationships as well. You'll see I keep going back and forth with it. I treat it the same. If you told someone in confidence something personal, something that is really fragile to you, you know, that's really delicate in your life, and when you guys are arguing, they push it back in your face like, well, that's why you lost your kids, that's why you can't keep a man, that's why you know, that's why you're balding, or that's why this, or that's why down there is da 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 da. If they say stuff like that to you, when y'all arguing, and then after they're like, oh, I'm sorry, no, because this is you getting stuff off your chest. This is you trying to hurt me. People know what they're doing when they're trying to hurt somebody. Like and I feel like when I was I would say there was probably one time where I did that when I was younger, like, and that, again, that was just out of anger. But like, I know after a couple years and just dealing with different friendships, I learned that that is something I never want to be done to me. So I try not to do that to anyone else. And I can't admit that, like, yes, like I was the person that like threw stuff back in your face if you wanted to come at me crazy and say, oh, well, wow, so I was here when you did X, Y, and Z, and this is how you do me. Like it was stuff like that. But again, like I can take responsibility for that. And like since then, like that was years ago, I've tried to really just work on my quote-unquote empathy and just work on, you know, focusing on at the argument at hand, rather than trying to personalize it and make it more personal, rather than just focusing on what the topic is, if that makes sense. Like the argument should just be solely about that argument and not about past issues that you guys have had or past things that they have told you in confidence. So make sure you guys are not doing that, because it is not a good look. Like if you were a frenemy and you said, damn, like I do be, please correct that behavior, because I know there's gonna be frenemies watching this video, and I know there's gonna be victims of frenemies watching this video. So if any of these things sound like a behavior that you do, it's no problem. Just work on it, you know, work on it, take accountability, and find ways to not do these behaviors anymore. Like, you know, this is also for y'all too, because some of y'all be frenemies and don't even know y'all frenemies. But yeah, for the third tip, just make sure you're watching out for people that hit below the belt. And even like if it's early in the friendship, watch how they talk about their other friends. Like if you see that person talks negatively about their other friends, or hits below the belt, or like kind of trashes their friends, quote unquote, that is a red flag. That is a fake person, especially if they claim that person to be a very close friend of theirs. It's not healthy, it's not good. That should tell you alone that they talk about their friends behind their back, or they hit below the belt. Like, no, like, but just stay away from people like that. The fourth frenemy to watch out for, again, this is gonna hit home for me. They always ask for favors. Listen, before you start typing, listen, okay? They always ask for favors, but it is one-sided, right? So it's only them asking for favors. It's a higher rate of them asking for favors rather than you. And they never talk to you any other time unless they need something. And I've had friends like this where they don't even hide it. Like, and I guess just me being in the moment, me thinking like, oh, let me help my friend out, because if I needed something, I would want them to be be there for me. Wrong. There was a friend where I literally would like drive to her house. Like I would go drop her things off, like if she needed something. And like I realized that I was literally just being used, because when I thought about it, like, not to say that our relationship was transactional, but like I did so much just because like I cared about maintaining our friendship. She did nothing. No acts of service, no quality time, no nothing, absolutely nothing. And it was a one-sided relationship that I was keeping up, that I was adding to, that I was supporting. I was giving her this, giving her that, and she gave me literally nothing. she offered me nothing. And not only is that draining, but that person is in your life just to use your resources. So if you don't want to get played, please let people show themselves to you before you show yourselves to them, if that makes sense. Like, you do not want to be in a situation where you kind of look like a dummy and you've been doing so much for one person and they've literally done nothing for you in return. So I would say with this, like, if your friend is not giving you the same energy back that you give them, or the energy that they require from you, if they're not giving that back to you, cut them off. Like, because in the long run, you're gonna feel drained, you're gonna feel emotionally drained, you're gonna feel like used and abused, and you just don't want to feel like that. It's not a good feeling. I do not recommend that feeling. Instead, like, you know, if you did it one time, okay. If you do it another time, you know, and she does nothing, let her go. Or the next time that she needs you, just don't be available. And I did this to that same person because I was like, you know what, I'm tired of this BS. Do you want to know something? Do you want to know something? Let me tell y'all a secret. Let me tell y'all a secret. When I started making myself unavailable on purpose, because I usually make myself available for my girls, like, I don't care, like, y'all get the special treatment, even over dudes. If you use me and I peep it, I make myself unavailable. Do you want to know what happened? That girl realized I was no longer a resource and cut me off. Like that. Just like that. Just like that. Because I wasn't offering my resources. I wasn't offering what I had to offer anymore. I said, dang, no, I can't do it. Or, oh man, no, I'm not available. No, I can't do that for free. Oh, I can't come by and give you this and give you that. I wasn't doing it anymore. And to her, she might be like, wow, really? Wow, look at you. Wow, she's not being here. Like, and she did nothing in return. So like, that was kind of me just like setting my boundaries. And you know, I'm not really upset because I lost someone that wasn't even a real friend. So like, in the long run, she did me a favor rather than her a favor because I was the one being used. So that's just a small example that I have. But yeah, don't be in a situation, even a relationship, where it's one-sided or one person is asking more of the other person. So yeah. Number 5, the 5th girlfriend to avoid because she's your frenemy is the one that's heavily jealous. Heavily. And I talked about it, but we did not talk about it. Heavily. Capital H. Right, Vegas? Y'all see he's asleep. Capital H, capital J, heavily jealous. This is a person that if you literally tell them anything, they're going to devalue it. They're going to devalue your compliments. They're going to devalue your achievements. They're just going to literally make you feel like garbage because they're not happy with themselves, or they see that you have something that they want. I had one friend that literally, she peeped that I was on my femininity journey, right? And like, again, like, it's been more mental for me now rather than physical, and just how I go about certain things in my life and how my outlooks are now have slightly changed. And again, I'm getting older as well, and she's not like that. Like, she is not like that. She is, or she was, because I don't mess with her no more. She's the complete opposite, and she was more than happy to embrace her masculinity, which is fine. But like, she always like made subtle remarks about, oh, like, why you gotta act like this, or why you gotta act like that. Like, yeah, the only reason you get attention is because you wear makeup. Like, I hope you know that. Like, I hope you know, like, the only reason you get attention is because the hair you have in your head isn't real. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason for you to say that? And again, this is a whole friend that I had that used to say stuff like that to me. Like,
oh, you know, it's just because you have makeup on. Oh, you know, you're only getting compliments because you're done up.
I'm like, thanks. Thanks. And on top of that, like, I also noticed with this as well, social media really be showing people like more than I realize. Some of my friends are just busy and bosses, and I understand they don't be on social media, but when you know somebody's on social media and they avoid liking, they avoid commenting, they avoid that stuff, people do that stuff on purpose, you know. And I saw this somewhere where like you can have like 30 what is that thing, like shares, like 30 shares, like someone shared your picture but then you have like 0 comments and like low likes. It's because people would rather talk about you behind your back, you know what I mean? Or people got stuff to say when you're not around and, you know, don't want to support you in just those little ways, you know what I mean? I don't know, that might sound like a reach, but jealous, overtly or covertly jealous people are just not good to have around. Because let me tell you one thing, the minute that you are slipping, they are going to love that opportunity and make sure that opportunity stays for as long as possible. So if your wig is coming back, they're going to let you walk around with your wig falling off. If your makeup is too dark, they're gonna let you go around and take pictures and talk to dudes all up in their face with crazy makeup on. Me personally, I do a triple check with my girlfriends before we leave and go anywhere. That's just how I do it, because we all about to look delicious tonight. But some girls, like, because they're jealous and or intimidated by someone in their friend group, they will make sure that person is slipping or something happens to them so they can have the shine that I guess they feel like is being taken away. So just be mindful of those super jealous friends, or if you're that jealous friend, please check yourself, or check, you know, your girlfriends that you see are acting that way. And again, it has to do with a lot with like your own confidence and loving yourself. So like that person might just be insecure, and it's not anything that you can really be mad about, but like you just have to choose your, I would say just choose your battles. Just choose your battles wisely. Jealous friends, to me, I'd cut them off, but at the same time, it's like you can't really blame somebody because they're probably dealing with their own internal struggles. That's just me. That's, now I sound all empathic. Whatever. But yeah, the jealous friend is a frenemy. The nice, nasty, passive-aggressive ass chick. All right, and let me explain myself. Because everyone, and I think I talked about this on my TikTok, add me on TikTok, Alexsa Marie. Everyone thinks like nice people automatically have good intentions, okay? They think talking kindly, people think that when you speak kindly, that means that you're saying something good, okay? And I believe there's a difference between good and being nice. To be good, it's like who you are intrinsically. It's who you are as a person. There's a lot of good people like Jesus Christ himself that was not always considered a nice guy. All right, he was not always considered a nice guy. The Mr. Friendly, Mr. I want everyone to like me. No, but he was intrinsically, he was internally a good person. But there's also people that are naturally evil, right? But at the same time, these same evil people can be nice to you. These same evil people can say things and like, you know, throw jabs at you without you even realizing it. And that's what these people do. That's what these people do. And I feel like people can understand that when it comes to narcissists, when it comes to relationships or whatever, but they don't seem to understand it with friends. So all that goes to say is that the friend that is passive aggressive, that doesn't have an opinion or says things under, you know, like kind of throws things in there, throws jabs at you, but like to the point where you're like, is she throwing a jab, or like should I be upset? You know, it's never the girl that's like overtly saying e. It's never that person, right? It's a girl that's like, I wouldn't have worn that, but I mean, you know, are you not worried about how that looks on you? Okay, girl, let me take this picture. Suck in your stomach. Oh, it's sucked in. Ooh, okay. Like friends that are passive like that, or like very passive aggressive, or just like to throw shade but in a nice way, in a nice nasty way, just avoid those girls. I had a friend like that, and because of how my personality is in comparison to hers, everyone thought that I was the bad guy, right? But if you actually listen to what she said, she would say some really trifling stuff, and it's like, no sis, like just because I speak clearly and speak loudly and I express myself and go like this, that, and the third, does not mean what I'm saying is automatically bad. However, she could say it in the most kind, nice way, and she could tell me to suck my mother, like she could, in the nicest way possible. And it's like, no, like that's still not a good thing to say. So just be mindful of girls that are super passive aggressive. That's also an character flaw when it comes to communication. People that can't tell you how they feel, they have to passively say it. Just avoid those people. That frenemy is just not a good one to have. And last but not least, the friend that is waiting to see you lose, or waiting to see you I guess slip up so they can cut you off. This friend, like, I don't understand why these friends even exist. I'm gonna keep it more than 92 with you. Like, there's friends out here that don't have a strong opinion about you, so like they go based off of what other people say in order to form an opinion about you. Those are not real friends. Those are not real friends. If you are worried about your friend's loyalty to you, like they can switch up on you at any minute, that's not a real friend. That's not a real friend. Like, I had a friend like that, and like literally she was so confused why I never told her anything, why I never like told her the details of my life, why I never, you know, really like took it there with her, because I always, something told me, something in her spirit, something in my intuition told me that this person is uneasy about our friendship. So why am I about to put 10 toes down on something that isn't strong? So definitely that was my intuition, and again, my intuition was right. It just took someone to say something about me for her to just say, okay, I'm done. Oh yeah, I'm just so, yeah. And that friend, if they are not loyal to you, if they are not down for you, that's not a real friend. They're probably there to what? Probably get the tea on you, or just to say they have you as a friend. You'd be surprised. And then next thing you know, the minute they have a reason to not like you, they hop on the bandwagon and they go off sailing. So that is not a true friend. If anything, that is just overall a bad friend. So just be mindful of people like that. All of these frenemies and stuff, like, they're low-key. Like, a frenemy is basically an enemy that is just trying to get close, like keep their enemies close, you know what I mean? And that's not what we're about to do here. That's not what we want, at least at this channel. On this channel, we want to have authentic, we want to have real friends. We want to have friends that are there for us the way we are there for them. So let me know if you guys had any of these girlfriends in your friend group, and what you're gonna do about it, or what you did about it. Just tell your stories, your experiences, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully that this was helpful. Bye.